What's up, Internet? My name's Eric. I'm the design director at ProTrain Texas, and today what I have for you is a 1966 Chevrolet Chevelle. It was actually shipped to us from a wonderful family in Alberta, Canada. This is a twice documented big block 4-speed car. The amazing thing about Canadian cars is they actually kept paperwork of what cars were even back then. So again, this is a documented big block 4-speed car. The family that owns it obviously said, hey, we would never do anything like this to this car. The gentleman that owns this car just happened to win an engine in a raffle at about $400 in tickets. And that kind of changed things. His brother started ragging on him. His dad started ragging on him. And what that led to was him shopping for the right place to take his vehicle to get a premium classic car assembled and to kind of see his vision through. He wanted to keep a very classic vibe about his car. He didn't want it to be like a full-blown show car and kind of next level like the other one that we did called Cloud 9. If you haven't seen that, click the little thingy, go check out the Cloud 9 Chevelle, you'll love that. So what we're gonna go over today is what we've done to modernize this car, but also keep it a classic vibe. So I'm typically not one to brag, but I am super excited to put this classic car next to the full-blown custom that we did last year so that people can see it and see the custom stuff versus the classic stuff. We went to every effort to make this car as perfect as it could be. So we've gone through and gapped all the panels. We've repainted the car. We had to fix this quarter panel that had been an earlier repair in its life once we set it down on this chassis, but I can't wait for everyone to see this because it's such an understated vehicle. You would never know what this car is freaking capable of. It's sitting on a Roadstershop FastTrack chassis with a 9-inch rear, 35 spline axles, so it can handle the big horsepower. But what's hiding under the hood? This thing's the 1,700 horsepower package from Nelson Racing. That's a 427 cubic inch LF. All the good internals, you know, 1/2-inch mains, 1/2-inch head studs to hold big power, big twin turbos, capable of 1,700 horsepower. Right now on pump gas, it's as far as you can take it. You're making 1,100 horsepower on 93 pump gas, and it drives like a dream. The first thing you notice about this car is it looks predominantly stock. Beautiful paint, all redone by our friends over at Panther City Collision. They did a wonderful job. And then we had our friend over at Detailing Garage, Justin Boyd, go through this 3-step polishing process, ceramic coated this thing. It's freaking nice, super nice. But it looks factory fresh, right? You want this thing to look like you just bought it off the dealership in 1966, but with 2025 mods underneath it. It's got all the factory stainless, all the factory trim, so we didn't go and make this thing just 110% perfect. The only thing that we've added to the exterior of this car are the hood pins. What you're gonna see is how we had to fabricate everything to fit these turbos that led to having to put hood pins in this thing. But I think it flows with the car really nice and kind of works its way back on the side of the car. Everything kind of fits and flows. The only other mod that you're gonna notice on this car that's exterior is gonna be the valance. It was kind of a necessity because we ran out of real estate to put any kind of cooling systems in this thing to keep the water and air cool for the turbochargers. So we actually had to fabricate our own heat exchanger that's sitting behind that valance, which we'll get some detail shots of and share some of the science that's going on in this engine bay that's mostly hidden, but we want to share kind of how that's working so that you get an idea of how to make this work for yourself. Again, this is a 427 cubic inch dart block, dart heads, all the CNC porting. This was assembled by Nelson Racing out of California. This is their 1,700 horsepower package. If you haven't seen it, do some Googling. There's plenty of YouTube videos of engines like this on his dyno just screaming, America. I love it. It comes as a drop-in package, but being a smaller car, 66 Chevelle, once you put this thing in here, it's not really a drop-in. So you got to kind of fit this thing in here and figure out how you're going to cool this thing, how the air is going to stay cool enough to be able to handle summertime temps and not create detonation and blow things up. So what we're going to kind of go through is the cooling systems, the air to water systems, and the heat exchangers that we had to fabricate ourselves to fit in this particular car to make everything function and fit, but also look beautiful. As you get into some detail shots of this thing, what you'll see is there's no wiring, there's no hoses anywhere. Kind of what you see is makes you wonder, like, does it even have all the amenities? But of course, it's got vintage air, it's got a brand new American Auto Wire harness, Dakota Digital gauges. We put a really kick-ass set of 6-piston, 14-inch Baer Brakes on here, and also did them as kind of a custom vibe. They've got the Canadian maple leaf in this thing, because it is going back to Canada, so a lot of cool details kind of going into this car to make it fit and function. It's got the Detroit Speed booster and master setup that we really like to use. It's kind of duplicating what's in like a C6 Vet type of brake system, which is really nice and stops on a dime, which is awesome. Uses 7-speed wipers, so it's like a modern car. You really want the amenities of a brand new car in a classic body. That's really what we love to do here is make them to where they look classic. You'd never know, but you can drive this thing everyday use, and it's got all the amenities of a brand new car you'll buy at a dealership. So again, back to the motor. 427, big honking turbos. These are 76 millimeter, and they're dual, what do they call them? Twin image, something like that. So they come down together. This actually puts all the air down into this V-mounted twin heat exchanger unit that we kind of designed here and then fabricated and just prayed that it was going to work. And thank God it's been an awesome piece so far, and it's been kicking ass. So a lot of engineering to make all this stuff work, and it's worked out really well. So super happy with it. Check out the details. If you have any questions, drop a comment. You know, happy to answer any questions. And if we can do something like this for you, shoot me an email, Eric@ProTrainTexas, or give us a call, 817-832-FAST. When we're wanting to stuff girthy meats underneath the back of one of these cars, a lot of times people will just kind of go in and hack the trunk. And that's not really what you should do or what you want it to look like, right? You don't want it to be trailer fenders and bullshit in the trunk of your car. You want it to look factory fresh. Wow. Which is exactly what we've done here. We've mini-tubbed this car to fit a 325/30/19 Nitto NT01. And when you look at the inside of this trunk, it appears factory fresh. It's got the splatter paint is all refinished. It literally looks like it came off the showroom floor in 1966. It's got a little sub back here, battery, and a single cutoff switch to drop the power for the entire car if you're going to store this thing for a long period of time. So again, we spent a lot of time making things appear that you didn't even do anything. Even a purist is going to come in here and be like, oh, this thing looks really nice, it's stock. They're not going to know that it's got 2.5 inches of widened wheel tub to fit big meaty tires into the back of this thing. So keeping the theme of keeping this thing factory fresh, kind of OE plus, and it was a really nice run and drive in 66 Chevelle. We kept the original dash. It was not an AC car, so we actually fabricated in some AC vents, but nothing too spectacular. We wanted to kind of flow with the car. And then the stereo is the original stereo with the car, but it's not hooked up to anything. We're running a Bluetooth processor, a really nice high-end set of mids and tweets, and a sub in the rear, and everything through that processor is just done with your phone, so you don't have to mess with the factory stereo anymore. To do a little bit of an upgrade, we went with a Dakota Digital RTX series set of gauges, so now you've got all the modern instrumentation, and you can actually measure your quarter-mile times and things like that if you're into doing something fun. We modified this thing and put a hydraulic clutch in it versus the Z-bar, so it's really a pleasure to drive with the 6-speed. And I hadn't even talked about that. The 6-speed is a Tremec Magnum T56, but we also took it over to Texas drivetrain and had those guys go through it, beef it up to their stage 2 build with 3/4 shift work, billet keys, and a billet cup to really kind of get it to engage as solid as it possibly can with this kind of horsepower. So what you'll notice is the interior almost looks factory, but we had to rebuild the tunnel to fit this T56 inside here, kind of move the center console around to fit the 6-speed a little bit better, change the 4-speed emblem to a 6-speed emblem, just minor little details that you wouldn't notice unless you're like a huge fan of 66 Chevelles. You'll notice the custom kick panels, the door panels, the rear seat, the package tray, all that kind of stuff. That was all done by our friends over at PG Upholstery. Pedro's a good dude. And all this stuff kind of came together as a great package where you look at it, it looks factory fresh. Like, you wouldn't know the amount of work and detail that went into this thing to make it just drive and function extremely nicely. It's almost, I don't know, it's like a 66 Chevelle, but it drives and handles like a modern Mercedes. The girth on this car is brought to you by the set of Billet specialties wheels, but the big winner here is the Roadstershop FastTrack chassis. This thing is confidence inspiring. Even with this much horsepower, when you roll into this thing, you physically feel the front end just lift. And it takes some getting used to, but it goes straight. It goes exactly where you point the wheel, so it's still usable with a massive amount of power, and you wouldn't get that with a factory chassis and some bolt-on suspension, stuff like that. So super impressed with the FastTrack chassis. What you're also going to see some of the details of is the beautiful exhaust underneath this. Our friends at Stainless Brothers hooked us up with all the material, and we TIG weld all that stuff here in-house. We have to fit it to every car. It's always very specific to each car. It's not really like a bolt-in type kit when it comes to this type of situation. Our friends at Rick's Tank out of San Antonio sent us a stainless steel tank, and it's got like a modern module in it with dual fuel pumps to really provide enough fuel for this much horsepower. But again, it's a fantastic piece. I think you're gonna love all the details of this car. Let's take it for a rip. Jesus! Woo! God, this thing is wild. The absolute torque out of this frickin' setup. Woo! Goodness. I am blown away by, again, how elegant and how violent this car can be. Woo! Gives me goosebumps. Yes! Driving cars that are, 600, 700 horsepower, you kind of get used to them, but this thing is a whole nother level of just pure hauling ass. If someone wanted me to describe this car in one sentence, what would I say? This car is what dreams are made of. It is fantastic. I'm truly amazed that you can build a classic car this nice. This is a country road filled with undulations and potholes, and this thing soaks it right up. Like, I asked myself, what was really the goal of the guys at Roadstershop with this chassis? It's a little bit race oriented. It's very stiff, very strong, capable of handling big horsepower, but then it rides so good, and I'm just like, okay. So we're thinking handle big horsepower, and what else? Perform like a European sports car? Like, man, getting an opportunity to build this car has truly been a blessing and a great opportunity. Like, having the family, shop in 2 different nations for someone to work on their vehicle and take care of their pride and joy, and for them to choose us, like, what an honor to get to do that. The owner of this car, he's flown down here with his brother once, he flew down with his dad once. So he has gotten to drive the car, and if you follow us on social media, you may have seen a little video of him seeing the car for the first time. It was really an emotional experience. Like, he loves the car, and heck, I love the car. So I'm really proud of this one. can't wait for him to show it off when he gets it back home. So good. All right, so we're gonna slow down. We're in 6th. We'll slow down. We're gonna stick it in 3rd. We'll just roll into it. Oh, yes! Yes! We're gonna have it through, let's see, this is 2025 spring, so we're gonna have it for the upcoming Good Guys show here in Fort Worth. Also LS Fest in May. I think LS Fest will be the last time it's available at a show to see. So if you're planning to hit some shows in DFW, make sure you hit those two. Come by, see this car. Or you can hit our Instagram. It's at Pro Touring Texas. And check it out there. And check out our other YouTube videos. Everything, you can find it just at Pro Touring Texas. Even on Google, we're everywhere. You can check it out. Hoping all the video that you see today really kind of comes through with what we can provide for you. Reach out to us at protouringtexas.com, Eric at protouringtexas.com for email. Call us 817-832-FAST, or just stop by 1776. We're always here.